In today's Invite Me program, Australian traveller Robert Boyd has received an invitation from stunt coordinator Jibek Kunguzhinov. Right now he's going to the city of Almaty to find out how to saddle a horse correctly, why Kazakhstan stuntmen are invited to work in Hollywood, and how to make tasty tea in samovar.
G'day there everyone, my name's Rob and I'm from Australia and I love travelling to new countries. Most of all, finding all the interesting facts about people's origins and culture and make some friends along the way. So if you want to prove that the people of Kazakhstan are the most hospitable, then invite me. I've been reaching out to the residents of Kazakhstan, looking for invitations to spend time with their families. I want to find out more about how Kazakh people live, and it's been fascinating. I would say that we're all just citizens of the earth. And I've recently had a very interesting invite from a guy called Jibek Kunguzhinov. He's a real stunt actor, not only famous in Kazakhstan, but in Hollywood too. He's done stunts with being burned, rollovers, riding horses. I'm super excited about this one. So we're off to Almaty. Beautiful city, can't wait to meet him. Let's go. G'day my friends, today I'm in Almaty and it's a beautiful day. Almaty is the southernmost capital of Kazakhstan. It's approximately around 2 million people. Now Almaty was founded on the old Verny fortifications, which in turn was made in 1854. Archaeologists have found, however, that there's people here earlier than that, from the 10th to the 12th centuries AD. Before I forget, Almaty means apples.
Almaty is a city of green gardens, beautiful fountains, cozy alleys, and of course, great people. It's a city where world-famous stuntman Jibek Kunguzhinov lives. I'm going to his training facility now. Before going on a journey, I found out some information about Almaty, which is called the Southern Capital by local residents. This city lies near the foothills of the Trans-Ili Alatau, a mountain range of the northwestern Tian Shan. Mountains are the main place of interest here. In Almaty there is a world-famous skating rink, Medel, and Shimbalak ski resort attracting more and more tourists to Kazakhstan every year. Anyway, there's always lots of people who want to visit this warm and hospitable city. As for me, I fell in love with it at first sight. It seems I've arrived here. I'm worried, as if I was a pupil taking an exam. You don't meet a person who has received a sports Oscar every day after all.
Hello, Jibek.
Hello. How are you?
Super. I can't believe I'm finally here.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you. Thank you for inviting me. It's fantastic.
Jibek Kunguzhinov founded the stunt team, Nomad Stunts, in 2000. The glorious story of his team has started since shooting the Nomad Kazakh and American film. Foreign producers immediately noticed the dexterous and disciplined Jigets, or brave equestrians. As a result, they started receiving cooperation proposals from the film studios located in various countries of the world. The filmography of Nomad Stunts team includes dozens of the best action movies and top-rated TV series. They include Mongol, The Expendables 2, 47 Ronin, Marco Polo, and Ertugrul. The number of movies they act in grows every year. The guys admit that although it's a great honor for them to act in Hollywood, and Bollywood and work with Turkish, Chinese and Russian film directors, they give priority to Kazakhstan's films. If you can't find happiness in the homeland, you won't do it in a foreign land either. Jibek says a Kazakh proverb. Well, you can't argue with this folk wisdom.
These guys are pretty big and tough guys, but there's also some beautiful girls as well. But let's talk about another topic first. Horses are really important for Kazakhstan culture, and I notice they're focusing a lot on equestrian stunts. There's a good reason for this. Nomads used to use these horses to travel across these lands of Kazakhstan. They used to say that even the birds flying across Kazakhstan, because it's so large, would get tired wings. This is why the horse has always been a loyal friend and a trusted traveling companion. It's absolutely amazing stuff to be here and seeing this. Jibek, can you tell me what type of stunts your teams can perform?
We do various stunts. The main stunts we perform on horseback because they are considered the most difficult. In addition, there are fights, fencing, burning, explosions, some stunts in cars, knocking down and falling from height. We include all the varieties of stunt arts. We've become world famous thanks to performing stunts while riding horses. We mainly work with horses.
How do you prepare your stunts? Do you look at the film and prepare them specially for each different film? Or how do you do that? It's really interesting.
Well, in general, we make up the majority of the stunts by ourselves. I do it and my assistant helps me. Of course, if a director wants some special stunts, we work on them, rehearse, film, edit, and show our work to the director.
So I'm looking here, it looks like things could go really wrong. What's the most dangerous stunt that you guys do?
Actually, many stunts are dangerous. Horseback stunts are considered one of the most difficult and dangerous. If you drive a car at some speed, you can control it. And if you ride a horse, sometimes you can't do it. When a horse weighing 300 or 400 kilograms falls, you remain under it and sometimes you don't know where it will fall. We had difficulties, for example, when we acted in the Viking film. The ship was flying down a slope, a horseman was riding a horse next to it, and the Vikings had to jump on the horseman and knock him off the horse. Sometimes the horse moved away a bit, and when the Viking jumped, he couldn't reach it, and this repeated all the time. Such things do happen sometimes.
Здесь есть кто помнит моего отца.
When we worked in the Expendables movie, there were difficult scenes including motor launch chases. We worked together with Jet Li and Stallone on these scenes. It was difficult to fall because the water was very cold and the motor launches floated quickly behind moving from one side to another all the time. We were afraid they could graze somebody during filming those scenes. Now I want to teach you some stunts so that you could understand how we prepare for them and how interesting it was.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that.
It's easy to say that they'll teach me. Anyway, I'm an engineer, but not a sportsman. There are people who act in movies. Well, it can't be helped. Since it was me who asked them to invite me, so I'll have to try it now. Usually we train guys who learn to fall when a horse isn't moving, so that they could understand how to fall. It's very important because if a horse isn't moving, you fall in a certain way. When a horse is riding, it pulls you and it doesn't let you fall. That's why you need to fall quickly. Shall we try?
Okay. Now, how even to get on a horse?
Hold the stirrups there.
Right.
First you need to move a bit backward and then fall here. But you need to take your feet out of the stirrups before falling. Or you can place your heels in the stirrups. Okay?
Okay.
There's our shooter who will shoot, and you should fall.
3, 2, 1, action!
As you've already understood, Jibek chose the easiest stunt for me. My horse was held tight and I was safeguarded from 3 sides. Well, these are unimportant details. The most important is that I did fulfill my task.
That's good fun.
I also spent an unforgettable day with the stunt team, considered one of the best in the world. I was lucky to arrive in Almaty. After lunch, we went on a short journey to Jibek's country house. Well, I must tell you that the scenery is beautiful there. We drove 30 minutes from Almaty and found ourselves among the huge fields, apple gardens and small ponds. It's incredibly beautiful there.
I like the property you have here. It's beautiful.
It used to be empty here. I planted the trees myself. We are driving inside.
Вот, заезжаем к нам.
And here we are.
Да,
Excellent.
это вот.
This is my house.
Ah, beautiful house. After a hard day of work.
Yeah, relax.
Super. Oh, that's so good.
Идем.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
This is my family. My wife, sister, nephew and children.
Pleased to meet you. G'day. How are you doing? Pleased to meet you.
Ну хорошо.
Nice to meet you. While they're cooking, we'll go there. I'll show you how to clean and saddle horses, and we'll have a walk.
Excellent. Okay.
We will be here a bit later. Hank is Jibek's loyal friend, and he remained near his owner all the time. Actually, the dog often goes with the owner to shootings and even looks after stunt horses. I took him when he was little. He accepts only me. First, Jibek decided to give me a tour of the area where his country house is situated. There are so many interesting things there. There's a huge garden, but the trees are young because Jibek's family has moved here recently. There are cozy summer houses, a lot of outbuildings and even a special place for poultry. It looks almost the same as my parents' home in Australia.
Ah, I see you've got chickens, and is that a turkey as well?
Эти куры.
These chickens produce eggs. I mean, they're laying hens.
Для мяса. Я думаю, что
They aren't raised for meat.
яйца. Это полезно для организма, и тем более у меня дети. Вот. Взял первый год.
This year I've bought some turkeys. I've never kept them before.
Хочу посмотреть.
I want to try rearing them. I find it interesting because I like birds. After meeting geese and turkeys, we finally came to the stable.
Роберт, это моя конюшня. Я хочу тебе показать.
Robert, this is the stable. I want to show you the horses we're going to ride.
Почистим лошадей.
We'll clean the horses and saddle them. I'll show you the horse you'll ride.
And is this horse a man or a woman?
Man.
Ah, good.
My horse's name is Aragon. He's only 2 years old. According to Jibek, the horse is calm. And telling the truth, I'm glad to hear that. First, a horse's head should be clean. It's very important that it's clean. It's necessary to clean its back because a horse sweats, and you need to clean it properly in order to avoid hurting its back. When saddling a horse, it's very important to do it correctly. A saddle must be comfortable for the horse because if you're riding long distance, it can be experiencing back pain. While I was training, trying to find a common language with my friend Argon, Jibek decided to gallop in the steppe. I found out that due to shootings abroad, he didn't have time to ride just for his pleasure. However, a free son of the steppe can't stay without his loyal racehorse long.
How old were you when you first started riding, and what made you fall in love with horses so much?
I did it when I was 5. I've liked horses since my childhood because they're willful and different from other animals. Animals are like people, having different personalities and different perception. In addition, they've helped us survive since ancient times and we're still together with them.
And horses are very important for Kazakh people. Can you tell me about what role horses play in Kazakh's lifestyle?
Horses are very important for our people, for the Kazakhs. Horses were essential animals in ancient times. The Kazakhs keep liking them now too. We started conquering our area together with them, established our land, and we established Kazakhstan thanks to these animals. We have a lot of national horse games and we continue cherishing these traditions. We fight on horseback too. Only the Mongols and we fight on horseback, and nobody else does. There are a lot of interesting horse games involving horses. Archery on horseback is one of them. Cockpar is a sport involving strong guys. On one hand, it's a sport of nomads. It's more difficult than basketball or volleyball. You need to ride a horse and pull a goat, while the other riders try to knock you down. When they succeed, you have to get up, mount your horse again, and keep doing that.
So is there a special type of stunt horse? Is there some way that you can choose one horse over another horse to be a better stunt horse?
Well, it's not just a breed, since I have various breeds of stunt horses. Mainly, they are typical Kazakh breeds. Actually, horses are like people. You just need to choose a talented horse, which is not afraid and ready to do anything. It can jump over something if it's necessary, is good at falling and easy to control it. We select them. For example, there can only be 1 or 2 talented horses out of 10. I have ridden a horse before. However, my previous experience was different from riding together with Jibek. Probably after talking to this professional, my riding skills improved, or I just had a very good horse. Who knows? Anyway, I can say certainly that I'll never be able to forget the deep impression which horse riding in the vast Kazakh steppe left on me. Robert, while we were riding horses, my sister and wife cooked pilaf. We will put the samovar on now in order to have a real tea. Then we'll drink tea. I don't know why, but the tea made using firewood is tastier than the tea made in an electric kettle or a tea kettle you put on the stove. I'll show you how to do it.
Но это тоже надо уметь. Не
Well, you need to know how to do it because not everyone can kindle a fire in a samovar. Some people add too much firewood and it goes out. Some add wet firewood and don't watch the fire. You need to control the fire all the time. Add firewood and wait until the samovar starts boiling.
И ждать, пока самовар закипит. Вот у нас.
So, we can say we've kindled the fire. We need to attach this to provide a draft. The air goes from below and moves here. Thanks to it, it takes less time to kindle the fire and it'll burn properly. Nalia, Nurkan, go to the table. Hurry up.
Oh my, that's a real king's feast. Is all that just for me? That's real Kazakh hospitality. And, oh, what's happening over here?
Come in and see it yourself.
Okay.
It turned out that Jibek's elder sister had been rolling dough to make borsaki, Kazakh bread. Traditionally, only women cook in Kazakh families. However, they made an exception for me, their Australian guest, and even ran a kind of workshop. You should cut it with your hands so that they are round. You shouldn't use a knife or they'll be different. You need them to be round.
Smells good.
Now try it yourself. Come on, try cutting.
Okay. Хорошо. Let's give it a go. Ah, so soft. Wow.
Move your hands and move the dough. Yes, both your hands and the dough.
Ah, so... Ooh.
Press very firmly. Press it. Oh, well done. You've managed to do it.
Oh, that one has a...
Now, Robert, let's start deep frying bolsaka.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do it. Here we have oil. Let's put it on the stove.
Ooh.
When it starts boiling, we'll put the borsaki in it. You can put one.
Smells so good.
Be careful. Don't throw them there. Don't hurry. Well done.
Ah,
While I was learning to cook bolsaki, Jibek's family waited for me patiently, and they didn't sit down at the table. All the bolsaki are ready. Now we should pull them out. Take the dish and help me.
oh, they're looking good.
That's all. Our bolsaki are ready. They're tasty and attractive. Robert, I want to introduce my family to you again. This is my elder sister, Bakırgul, my wife, Alfia, my eldest son, Tamirkan, daughter, Nalia, Nurkan, and I have another small daughter who is asleep now.
Ah, thank you very much.
This is Robert, our guest from Australia.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This is amazing.
We're very glad you visited us and want to introduce Kazakh traditions to you. Actually, we're doing it now. Our relatives, friends and guests usually gather at such dastakhan, which is a table with food on it.
This looks so delicious. I've just learnt about borsak, but what is this other food called? Is this horse? And are these all traditional Kazakh food?
Horse meat is traditional for Kazakh culture. This meat is very healthy and very low in cholesterol.
Если вы знаете, это очень полезное мясо, то есть в нем содержание холестерина самое малое. Вот, ну,
There is pilaf and uchpuchmaki on the table too. Our country is big and multinational. There are over 130 nationalities living here, and we absorb the cooking traditions of all these peoples.
нации, поэтому как бы у нас культура такая, что то есть пошли в казахскую культуру еду разная еда, то есть такой микс. Вот.
We have Tata ushpushmaki, Uzbek pilaf, and Kazakh meat on the table, so everything is completely different. That's all, the samovar is boiling. This is my nephew Murat.
G'day again. How you doing?
Nice to meet you. We're going to have tea made in the samovar.
Jibek, were you born in Almaty, and is your family from Almaty, or can you tell me about your roots?
Не, я родился
I was born in eastern Kazakhstan. Now Almaty has become my home. Thus, I live and work here now.
Я сейчас живу и работаю именно здесь.
And does your family have any special traditions?
Но я сам
I'm from a family having many children,
привык собираться.
which is why we are used to gathering as a big family. We celebrate every holiday together. We all gather and, if possible, gather all our children so that they could talk to each other and know each other. It's a Kazakh tradition according to which all people should communicate with each other. It's very important for us to know each other and help each other.
Помогают друг другу. Это очень важно для нас.
Okay, excellent.
When we were drinking tea, Jibek told me that his nephew Murat and son Terimkan worked together with him in the stunt team. By the way, Jibek met his future wife Alfia, who acted in films as an actress and stuntwoman at work. He worked in the state circus and participated in acrobatic performances on horseback. This family is very active.
So, I've watched a number of your movies, and I'm sure that Hollywood would want to steal you away. Why have you stayed in Kazakhstan?
Ну, потому что я здесь родился.
I was born here. My relatives and all my family are here. Actually, I'm grateful to this country because I've achieved my aim here. I did a lot, and I've had a lot of opportunities.
Сделал очень много, у меня было возможностей. Да, конечно, я сейчас являюсь одним из постановщиков трюков в Голливуде.
Yes, of course now I'm one of the stunt producers in Hollywood, and they'd like me to spend more time there. However, I think that a person should be devoted to their country and remember where they're from. We have a big team, and foreign stuntmen work with us too. There are stuntmen from Kyrgyzstan, Australia, Bulgaria, Russia and Ukraine. Now foreigners who want to work in Kazakhstan's team in Kazakhstan gather here. It's very important.
Иностранцы, которые хотят работать именно в казахстанской команде, в Казахстане, и это очень важно. Спасибо тебе, что ты
Thank you for
приехал,
visiting us, for your interest in our traditions and customs. We've tried to show you everything today. I hope it was very interesting to you.
Тебе было очень интересно. Вот. Ну, вот,
We're just ordinary Kazakh family, and this is how we live.
you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's so amazing.
Today, my friends, was an unbelievable day. You can't believe how happy I am. Almaty is such an amazing city. The mountains are so beautiful. It's warm and it's cozy. Today also I made some new friends. I learnt some stunts, falling off a horse, some sword fighting, and Jibek taught me how to ride a horse confidently. Pretty happy with that. Also, I learnt some more about some Kazakh traditions. Topping off an excellent day. It was amazing. My friends, I highly recommend you visit Kazakhstan. It's the most amazing place. I've never met so many kind-hearted and interesting people. I recommend you visit the sites, but also meet the local residents. They'll envelope you into their lives and culture. And I haven't finished traveling yet. I'm sure my next meeting is going to be interesting too. Plus, if you have something interesting to show me, then please invite me.